The Ratchet Lady is an agent of madness. Anyone who will not accept madness deserves only death. Her power comes directly from those around her who have been driven mad, either permanently or temporarily. Many people find themselves driven to madness by her presence alone. The onset could be the result of coming face to face with her terrifying visage, or perhaps by hearing the sound of her voice, which can't be described to someone who has never before heard the voice of a devil or a demon. When all else fails, the Ratchet Lady will use chemicals or drugs to facilitate the change. Those affected become uncontrollable, angry, and maniacal. They embrace the violent madness they've been infected with, and while, like the Ratchet Lady, they wish to bring others to that madness, their violent methods inevitably result in the death of their subjects. The Ratchet Lady wasn't always evil. In fact, she was a beloved nurse at a facility for mental rehabilitation. She was extremely good at her job, but her biggest flaw was the need to be perfect. When one of her patients' conditions would worsen, usually for reasons she nor anyone else was responsible for, she would take it extremely poorly. After several such cases of patients needing to be transferred to other facilities, she began to visit the lost patients, as she called them.
You will find your way back to me, and if I must walk in madness to get you back, then madness is where I will walk.
And that she did. She began relying on the patients and not the doctors who supervised her to tell her what they needed for treatment. Many died. So many, in fact, that they put Nurse Mildred under strict observation. One day, she was discovered removing the limbs of one of her patients with a bone saw. When confronted by her observing doctor, she explained that the patients had identified evil influences in certain areas of their body and asked her to remove them. The doctor called for security, but she wouldn't go quietly. A brutal and bloody fight followed. She killed the security guards, but not before her right hand was severed and her eyes were thoroughly gouged. Barely alive, madness took hold and guided her into the shadows. It has been guiding her ever since.